Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Grab your tea, your coffee, or something a little stronger, because today we are diving into the absolute masterclass of hip-hop drama. If you thought you had seen the peak of toxic celebrity relationships, pull up a chair. Cardi B and Offset just took the crown, the scepter, and the whole throne room. Just when we thought the chapter was finally closing on one of the music industry's most chaotic couples, Cardi B decided to flip the script, tear up the pages, and write a whole new book. We are talking about a simultaneous divorce filing and a pregnancy announcement within 24 hours. Yes, you heard me correctly. A divorce and a baby bump, served on the exact same platter. But it didn't stop there. Because baby, the peace treaty lasted for about 5 business days before we got a delivery room reunion, a messy Instagram live, and a cheating accusation that led to one of the most iconic, unhinged tweets of 2024. We are breaking down the timeline, the receipts, and the absolute mess that is Cardi B and Offset's third attempt at a breakup. Let's get into it. Before we unpack the current mess, we have to take a quick stroll down memory lane. You cannot fully appreciate the sheer magnitude of this 2024 drama without understanding the foundation it was built on. Cardi B and the former Migos rapper, Offset, have been giving us whiplash since 2017. Remember when they secretly tied the knot in an Atlanta bedroom, only for Offset to publicly propose to her on stage a month later just for the optics? That should have been our first red flag, ladies and gentlemen. Over the last 7 years, Cardi and Offset have built a beautiful family. They share a daughter, Culture, and a son, Wave. But behind the designer bags and the iced-out watches, their marriage has been a revolving door of cheating scandals, public apologies, and extravagant, "I'm sorry" gifts. Offset practically invented the "buy her a Birkin bag to say sorry for getting caught" maneuver. We saw Cardi file for divorce back in 2020, claiming the marriage was irretrievably broken. Fans were cheering her on, telling her to secure her peace of mind. But what did she do? She took him back after he crashed her Rolling Loud set with a massive floral arrangement begging for forgiveness, and bought her a Rolls-Royce for her birthday. The Culture side rolled its eyes, and accepted that these two were just locked in a cycle.
My brother.
So, when 2024 rolled around and whispers of another breakup started circulating, the internet was naturally skeptical. We had seen this movie before. But honey, the sequel was about to be a blockbuster. Let's set the scene. It's the summer of 2024. Fans start noticing that Cardi B, the queen of form-fitting couture and revealing stage outfits, is suddenly wearing oversized jerseys and massive jackets. She popped out at the BET Experience and the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards looking completely covered up. You already know how the internet works. The detectives were on the case immediately. The pregnancy rumors were spreading like wildfire, but Cardi stayed completely silent. Then came August 1st, out of absolutely nowhere, news breaks that Cardi B has officially filed for divorce from Offset for the second time. And this time, her representatives made a very specific statement to the press. They told the Associated Press that the split was not based on any one particular cheating incident, but rather that it had been a long time coming, and that the separation was amicable. She was seeking primary custody of the kids and child support. The timeline was buzzing. People were throwing virtual divorce parties for Cardi. The consensus was that she was finally prioritizing her peace, leaving the drama behind, and stepping into a new era of independence. Fans were writing think pieces about how she outgrew him, how her brand was going to elevate, and how she was finally cutting the dead weight. The narrative was perfect. It was a story of empowerment. But the ink on the divorce papers wasn't even dry before Cardi completely shattered the internet. Literally hours after the news of the divorce filing hit the major outlets, Cardi B logged onto Instagram and dropped a bombshell that left everyone completely speechless. She posted a stunning, high-fashion maternity photo shoot. Standing on a rooftop with the Empire State Building in the background, draped in a gorgeous red dress and a massive fur coat, Cardi revealed a very prominent baby bump. She was pregnant with baby number 3. Offset's baby. Her caption read, "With every ending comes a new beginning. I am so grateful to have shared this season with you. You have brought me more love, more life, and most of all renewed my power." The collective gasp that echoed across social media could be heard from space. People were legitimately confused. You are divorcing the man, citing that it's been a long time coming, while actively growing his third child? The juxtaposition of filing legal papers to end a marriage while dropping a glamorous photo shoot to announce a new life with that exact same man was a level of chaotic energy we were not prepared for. Some fans called it a masterclass in PR. By announcing the pregnancy herself on the same day as the divorce, she controlled the narrative. She didn't let the blogs leak her pregnancy, and she didn't let Offset control the breakup story. But other fans were just exhausted. The comments were flooded with people saying, "Cardi, we cannot keep defending you. How do you claim to be moving on from a toxic situation when you are permanently tying yourself to this man for a third time?" Fast forward to September 7, 2024. Cardi B gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. A few days later, she posts the hospital pictures, and guess who is right there in the frame? Offset. In a carousel of intimate, vulnerable hospital photos, Cardi shared pictures of herself glowing in a vibrant pink robe, holding her newborn. But the photo that got everyone talking was the one of Offset, sitting by her hospital bed, cradling his new daughter, with their other 2 children gathered around. Now, on the surface, this is beautiful. This is healthy co-parenting. Despite the divorce filings and the public spectacle, they came together for the birth of their child. A lot of blogs praised them for being mature. The media was spinning this narrative that maybe, just maybe, they had figured out how to be separated but still function as a family unit. But if you have been paying attention to Cardi and Offset for more than 5 minutes, you knew this piece was a fragile illusion. Fans were already taking bets on how long it would take for them to get back together, or alternatively, how long it would take for the whole thing to blow up in their faces. We didn't have to wait long, because what happened next was straight out of a reality TV script. Let's fast forward a couple of weeks to late September 2024. Cardi B is on Instagram Live, just chatting with her fans, minding her business, when Offset decides to absolutely detonate the situation.
So it's like, you trying to show me, trying to get me mad, like, oh, no, let me show you the bitches I'm fucking.
From his official, verified account, Offset drops a comment in her live stream that says, and I quote, "UF *** kid with a baby inside, tell the truth." Yes. He accused his estranged wife, who had literally just given birth to their daughter days prior, of sleeping with someone else while she was pregnant. The screenshot of that comment went viral in seconds. The internet went into complete overdrive. Did Cardi B cheat? Was Offset just projecting his own past behavior onto her? Cardi, who is never one to bite her tongue, completely lost it. She went off on a verbal tirade that will go down in hip-hop history. She essentially told the world that Offset was trying to play puppet master. She revealed that he had been trying to buy her back with gifts and threats because he couldn't handle the fact that she was actually moving on this time. She stared right into the camera and said, "You want to play those games with me? We're going to play those games too. Since you want to ***ing threaten me. You want to take my SHT because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on?" She then hit him where it hurt the most, his wallet and his ego. She said, "You know what blows my mind? That a dude thinks he can just buy a girl. I love my stuff, but you can't buy me anymore, mother ****. It's wild that someone thinks that's enough." This was a massive shift. For years, Offset's get-out-of-jail-free card had been luxury items. He bought her cars, he bought her bags, he bought her jewelry, and it always worked. But this time, Cardi was making it very clear to the public that the financial manipulation was no longer effective. She was drawing a line in the sand. But if you thought the Instagram Live was the peak of the drama, you were severely mistaken. Because Cardi B took the fight from Instagram straight over to X, formerly Twitter. In response to Offset's accusation that she slept with someone else while pregnant, Cardi simply tweeted 2 words and a bunch of exclamation points, and did. The timeline completely fractured. Did she just confess to cheating on her husband while carrying his child? Or was this the ultimate act of petty retaliation? Let's break down the psychology of the "and did" tweet. Anyone who understands Cardi's humor and her aggressive defense mechanisms knows that this wasn't necessarily a confession of guilt. It was the ultimate power move designed to completely disarm Offset. For years, she had been the one humiliated by his public cheating scandals. She was the one constantly defending her choice to stay with him. By saying "and did," she essentially stripped him of his power to shame her. She matched his toxic energy and raised the stakes. She gave him a taste of his own medicine, weaponizing the public humiliation that he had subjected her to for the better part of a decade. Whether it was true or not didn't even matter anymore. The culture ate it up. Memes were created instantly. "And did" became the new catchphrase for anyone refusing to apologize for their messy behavior. But while the internet was laughing, the reality of their legal situation was getting incredibly dark. Because behind the viral tweets and the Instagram Live shouting matches, there is a very real, very complicated legal battle going on. And according to sources and Cardi's own rants, Offset is not making this easy. Reports began surfacing that Offset was refusing to finalize the divorce unless his financial demands were met. Cardi alleged that he was asking her to cover his back taxes, hand over millions in cash, and give up one of her properties before he would even consider signing the paperwork. She literally said she felt like she was being held hostage because she wouldn't surrender to his ransom demands. Think about the irony here. The man who supposedly had the bag, the man who used luxury items to buy his way out of trouble, was allegedly now holding up a divorce settlement to get his taxes paid by his soon-to-be ex-wife. It shifted the entire dynamic of their relationship in the public eye. Cardi was no longer just the heartbroken wife, she was the breadwinner fighting to protect her assets from a bitter ex. So, where does that leave us? Cardi B is a mother of 3, navigating life with a newborn, preparing to drop her highly anticipated sophomore album, and fighting a grueling legal battle against the man she just had a baby with. Offset is out here looking like the bitter ex trying to secure a payday while simultaneously playing the victim in Instagram comments. It is a masterclass in how not to end a marriage, but we cannot deny that it is incredibly entertaining. But I want to pass the mic over to you guys. Do you think Cardi B's "and did" tweet was her actual truth, or just the ultimate petty comeback? And do you honestly believe that this divorce is going to stick, or are we going to see them back together in a Rolls-Royce by Christmas? Sound off in the comments below, spill your own tea, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss an update on the messiest drama in pop culture. Stay toxic, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.